Welcome to eTeacher Pakistan webinar series. The eTeacher Pakistan webinar series is an initiative under the eTeacher Plus for Pakistan program. The eTeacher Plus for Pakistan program is a program that provides professional development opportunities to English language teachers and learners across Pakistan. These opportunities are provided through online courses, such as global online courses, massive open online courses, webinar series, and once these courses are attended by the participants, they become part of the alumni community. And then we engage the alumni community into a lot of meaningful activities. The program is fully funded by the Regional English Language Office at the US Embassy, Islamabad. In Pakistan, the local implementing partner is Evolution. If you wish to gain more updates about the program, please follow Relo Pakistan on Facebook. And if you need to gain specific information about what comes under the eTeacher program, please visit evolution.com.pk/eteacher. So the eTeacher Pakistan webinar series provides an exclusive platform to our alumni to share the learned knowledge that they gain from the online courses with others in the online community. So it's basically a cascading model where alumni who attended professional development online courses with accredited universities in the United States are now sharing the learned knowledge with others through these short webinars. So today our presenter is going to talk about English for preschoolers. This is something that we have not done before. This is the 14th webinar which is being launched and broadcasted on the Relo Pakistan YouTube channel. However, this topic has not yet been covered. So I'm very excited to know about teaching English to preschoolers, which fall under early childhood education. So today we have with us Niaz Nazeer, who is the alumnus of the eTeacher program and possesses experience of 15 years in working as an English language instructor, teacher trainer, business development professional in Pakistan. He has done his MA English from University of Sindh. He has done his Master's in Education from University of Sindh. He has done MBA from University of Sindh. And you can see all the other online courses that he has done with the eTeacher programming as a part of global online courses and massive open online courses listed on your screen. So we are very much happy to have Niaz with us today to share his insight about preschooling in English language classrooms. Niaz Nazeer is going to talk about curriculum and competence concept for TESOL as preschooling. He's going to make you understand the roadmap that an English language teacher teaching in the level of early childhood education should understand. He's going to talk about the basic skills of teaching and learning English language, that is reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and then how you can improve these skills of your preschoolers. In addition to that, he's going to highlight some of the challenges that are faced by teachers and parents in COVID crisis and how you can overcome those challenges. And towards the end, he's going to share some amazing online resources that you can incorporate in your digital teaching and learning to preschoolers. So I'm very much excited for this webinar and I hope you are as well. So let me invite Niaz Nazeer to officially begin with the presentation.
Let's start from preschooling scenario. Is preschooling scenario being focused within the state is Pakistan, as it varies to other countries, but we are doing focus how preschooling scenario is being practiced at Pakistan from age group, and as curriculum, as competencies, as standards, etc. Preschooling scenario at Pakistan, preschooling scenario varies area to area, but standards are same. Is we say the goals that we are supposed to achieve while teaching at school, while making kids ready at home, as we call it preschooling, means teaching kids at home or making prepare kids at home. As though there are two types of people in Pakistan. Most of the parents are observed sending their kids to school to get prepared for formal grades as grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3 and onwards. But as per observation, it is also observed, as per standard of the preschooling, the parents teach kids at home. This is only possible when parents are well trained, well skilled, they have a knowledge how to teach, how to deal the kids. And especially as our topic is focused on English language learning, English language teaching is a secondary language. It means English is not our first language. So to teach another language, we must know, we must have a skill what to achieve, what competence is, or what goals, what learning objectives must be set to achieve. So moving ahead, early preschooling stage is age scenario. As in Pakistan, there are three stages in preschooling: level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 1 starts from 2.5 years to 3.5 years, and level 2 from 3.5 year to 4.5 year, and level 3, that's the last level, 4.5 to 5.5. So these are preschooling stages where parents are supposed to brainstorm or making ready, make the kids prepared on the early age or sending them to school. There are two types of parents. One of the parents is 95% of the parents in Pakistan send their kids to school to get prepared for preschooling. And there are other type of parents, very few, but they are making ready the kids at home. They have good skills, they have good human skill, how to deal kids, they have good knowledge to train. It is not necessary a mother must have an English degree or a special type of certifications. But to teach English language is any skill. So English language has four basic skills. As four basic skills are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. These are the only four basic skills that we are supposed to achieve based on learning objectives, based on national or international benchmarks, based on national and international standards. So it varies. Let's go ahead and have a glance on curriculum and competence. How curriculum and competence is integrated. As curriculum, the term often refers specifically to a planned sequence of instructions as teaching or to a view of the students' experiences in terms of the educators or a school's instructional goals as teaching goals. Same as English language teaching at early age, has its own curriculum, specified, standardized, benchmarked for three mentioned levels on specified benchmarks. Let's have a glance on what is curriculum. Curriculum is basically a set of standards. There is no specific definition of curriculum that we quote everywhere. But curriculum is a name of need. When we need something to achieve in our state or in our country, we make the curriculum, we make the standards. There is an example. There was a time when Mr. John Kennedy got from Russia, they are going to moon. They are going to travel moon. This wasn't just an idea they shared. This was a goal to achieve in future. But when Mr. John Kennedy got this idea from Russia And in you, it is only possible if they develop a special curriculum in the field of IT. So he suggested the state to make a revolutionary changes in IT field. And it is the evidence that reached the moon before who claimed or who dreamed. So as far as we are concerned for English language has its special curriculum. Let's have an example as we start English teaching English language from A. What curriculum says about A? Let's have an example. The curriculum says about A, the students must be able to recognize the letter A, must be able to draw the structure of letter A, must be able to sound the letter A, and must be able to use the letter A. Recognition, the structure, sound that we call phonics, and the usage. This is the best and very simple example. What curriculum says about only one single letter A. So, across the journey, we teach books, we set some sort of standards, etc. We are only supposed to achieve learning goals, learning outcomes. Moving ahead to competence. Competence, the ability to do something successfully or efficiently. Not only doing the things, but successfully and efficiently. Then question arises, what is the importance of competence-based curriculum? We can do things on our own, but no. One of the key benefits of curriculum-based education is that learning centers on real-world skills. What? Real-world skills and competence development. Programs are designed around the competencies that are needed for a particular career, ensuring that a material is relevant. So the word came relevant. Whatever we teach, that must be relevant to the curriculum, that must be relevant to the learning objectives for that we are supposed to, for that we have planned to achieve, to make the kids, to make the children pre-prepared to get in grade 1 and formal education. A competence is made up of the following three elements: skill, knowledge, and attribute. It means through curriculum, we're not only supposed to provide knowledge to the kids, knowledge to the students, we are supposed to develop their skills. And as we discussed, the language has four basic skills. Skills we have to perform. Moving ahead, to achieve the learning objectives and the learning outcomes throughout the curriculum of English language, we must have roadmap. Roadmap is a concept in teaching of English language that follows timeline, number of months, number of weeks, number of days, number of unit hours, not hours in a day. In a day, we have 24 hours. But in 24 hours, how many hours do we teach? Few hours. So this is called the unit hours. So throughout the unit hours per day, we can multiply it with weeks. We can multiply the weeks with months and months with session. So this is how we can integrate unit hours with roadmap, from where the journey starts and where journey ends. And there is a concept, PDCA: plan, do, check, and act. The first P is plan. Plan what you do and do what you plan. If you don't have plan, you're not supposed to do anything. And whatever you are doing, that must be the part of plan. This is how the educational goals only can be achieved. Without planning, we can never achieve educational goals and educational objectives. We can only finish the books, but we can achieve learning goals. Moving ahead, number of unit hours, skills list. What kind of skills we are supposed to improve in kids? Content list. What type of content we are going to teach our kids in English language? Competence. Competence in comparison to level 1 with the level 2. What competencies student has got in level 1? In level 2, that the student must have increase in skills. And level as compared to level 3, the competencies and the skills the student has got in 2, that in level 3 there must be increase in skills. Another one is instructional days. Instructional days. How many days do we have to make a roadmap to start the journey and to end the journey? And as assessment days. So these are all the points must focus while making roadmap for preschoolers in teaching English to achieve the competencies. When we teach the kid, when we train the kid at home or at school, we don't have only one subject, English. There are many other subjects. So we have to distribute the percentage of timeline for the English. Sorry. As it is observed, the maximum time period we give, that is English language. Comparatively to other subjects, it varies from school to school, from area to area, province to province, within the state or internationally. But private schools and government schools making some sort of standards, what type of percentage in the timeline we give to the English. And the highest percentage of the timeline, highest weightage of the time we do give to English language. And at the end, it is observed we feel difficulty in assessing the kids, that why the students are not so good in listening English. This is the grassroots level scenario. Many of the people might be thinking it is not the situation they are facing, but this is not for everyone. But there are hundreds of the case studies we observed throughout the Pakistan. The students are lacking the listening skills, speaking skills especially. There's a good skill in reading and writing, but there is lacking in listening and speaking. So moving ahead to the point number 3, teaching of English skills is a preschooling stage. Input and output. There are two concepts, input and output. Then what is input and what is output in regard to these 4 skills? Out of these 4, 2 are input and 2 are outputs. Output means achieving something automatically due to the taken efforts for input. As listening is input and speaking is output. As long as we are doing practice on listening skills, automatically our speaking skills will be good. As kids at home, listening English new words, and whatever they are listening, even they don't know what it means, but they do speak. And the reading is an input, and writing is an output. We'll discuss in next slide how reading is an input and how writing is an output. Teaching of English skills in preschool stage As for preschooling stage, listening is started from home environment. As routine life teaches more effectively as compared to formal teaching to preschooling stage. Because home is the best place to learn, to train, to take care. Speaking also starts from home, preschooling age. It helps in learning sounds and words and the routine sentences being at home or at school on early stage. As reading skills comes on number 3 as an input, and as we discussed, writing skill is a last stage for preschooling stage. And writing doesn't mean the calligraphy. Writing means creative writing. As in, as we read the letters, as we read the words, as we read the sentences, we get some kind of brainstorming, collection of vocabulary, a treasure of vocabulary. And the kid starts using in his own sentences. This is how sometime in preschooling stage, kids start making sentences that may be wrong, but this is a stage we have to give free hand to students. We have to give free hand to kids to make mistakes because this is the preschooling stage. We cannot expect from them a perfection. So it's my recommendation, and it's also a standard as a preschooler. Let them have free hand to speak, to listen, to read, to write. There will be a time where they will be doing things in a pretty good style. Point number 4 is assessment techniques for English language. As assessment, there is formal and informal, summative. There are three kinds of assessments, but especially in preschooling stage, assessment procedure for early learners is very different. So we cannot take assessment procedure as we do in formal schooling. Observational assessment, the best way to assess and improve early stage preschoolers, because preschooling stage is to be prepared getting into formal schooling stage as grade 1, grade 2, and grade 3. So it is the pre stage. So we we are supposed to have observational assessment for kids, how they are doing. We cannot give numbers, we cannot give percentage to kids to make them fail or to make them successful, because this is a preschooling stage. So and there must be recommendations to improve. As point number 5, challenge in COVID-19 to teachers and parents. Learning never stops. Even in COVID-19, there are hundreds of the parents who are working for their kids. There are thousands of the teachers training the kids online. There was a challenge observed in Pakistan. The parents' response was not so good on online education, but when they got the digital education availability as open online resources availability, parents' response was observed very good as compared to online education, because in online education the parents become bound. Many parents are working parents, many mothers are working mothers, so they have to finish their home assignments, outdoor assignments. So as compared to online education, as it was time bound, parents has to be online because teacher was available at one time for all the kids. So it was observed many parents felt difficulty and they excused we cannot take online education. But when they was provided, downloaded as a digital resource material, as we are going to discuss in next slides, they got happy. They gave good response. In COVID-19 period for online education, response may be good or may be low, but lower than expectation. But digitally available online resource and its effective use gives more than 80% result by parents and teachers. Teachers felt good in teaching because they were having good response from parents, and the parents were very much satisfied and responsive due to digitally available open online resource material. As there are many free online organized open resources that schools and parents can use for teaching of English to preschoolers at home digitally online without any time limitation, that covers all development concepts for English language learning. For these basic four skills and oral concept, there are hundreds of open resources platforms available, and few of them will be present in next slides. Here's an example, Nick Jr. This is a wonderful site and best recommendation for English language that covers listening and speaking skills. Let's have a look on a video. Hundreds of the options available on this site with fun, because kids can learn a lot with fun. It creates the interest, it creates attraction, and the kids will give more time with interest as compared to the teaching without fun. So this is the same site as an example how English language is easy to teach kids, is easy to train kids with fun.
Let's play Nick Jr.'s Find It with our friends from Top Wing.
Top Wing's on their way.
There are letters hidden in each scene. See if you can find them. Just like this.
I'm on it.
Round 1. Can you find the letter R for Rod? It looks like this. Now here we go. Have you found the letter R yet?
Searching the letters hidden behind the trees with mission 1,
Yeah, there it is. You
mission 2,
cock-a-doodle did it.
mission 3.
Now that's how I cock-doodle do it.
Round 2.
Students can spend hours and
Can you
hours.
find the letter P for
They'll be
Penny?
having fun
It
with
looks
learning.
like this. Let's go.
We must recommend students cartoons
Did you find the letter P
as
yet?
an educational resource material.
You did. There it
Let's have another example.
A. Aliens. Trick or treat. B. Bat. Dun, 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 dun. Super bat. C. Costumes. D. Door. Trick or treat. E.
So this was an example teaching the kids, teaching words with actions. This is another site, abc.com. If you want to have a look on how curriculum for preschoolers is made, this is the best site that provides online curriculum for preschooling. And this is another site, teach.starford.com, free site having open resource material available for reading and writing skills. And this site is especially developed for teachers and parents, having free resources, worksheets lesson plans, and other lyric and phonics based practice sheets and other resource material. Let's have a look. Moving ahead. This site has worksheets for lowercase, uppercase, diagraphs, and other type of English language resource material based on curriculum. You can find hundreds of the open resource material here and there. But this is a best site, have organized resource material available to teach the kids that covers basic core skills, listening, speaking, reading, and writing for all the levels. Is all the 3 levels. These are worksheets you can download, you can save for future use. And the special thing is you have the choice to make it, to change the style of the letters. You can print directly and you can save it. There are many options. Is an organized way. These are the uppercase and lowercase worksheets. Diagraphs. These all are available in a single site. So this is how the open resource material in an organized way is the best. And this is a downloaded file. You can save all the files in your computer and you can use without internet. You can share with parents. Multi-letter worksheets, and you can make this for 4 letters on one page. You can make 8 letters on one page. You can print it directly. So there are many options available. If you want to change the style, you can change the style on these worksheets. So moving ahead, another example, census.gov. This is a USA based website providing the toolkit for parents and teachers. This provides activities, resources, parent kits, and a lot. And these are the worksheets available on same site. And this is another example, literacycenter.net. This provides wonderful material for uppercase, lowercase that covers all the 4 skills, listening, speaking, reading, writing in an organized way for all the ages, for all the levels that we discussed for preschooling. Let's have a look. Plan, learn, print and practice, parents and teachers. There are 3 options. You can learn through play, you can learn through writing, and for toolkits for teachers and parents, these are very useful exercises that supports writing skills, lowercase, uppercase, for recognition purpose. And these are links and recommendations. Teachstoffer.com, Literacy Center, census.gov, National Geographic, the Kids Page, Licta Junior, Disney Junior, ABC Mouse. These are links very useful for having a curriculum based resource material in an organized way. So, this is the best recommendation for teachers and parents to teach the kids at home and cope the situation of COVID-19. Wish you all good luck. Take care.
Thank you so much, Niaz, for such a fruitful session. We are very much pleased and thankful to you for taking time out and presenting this for us. If the audience, if you have any comments, questions, and or suggestions, please feel free to write us on eteacher@evolution.com.pk. If you're an alumni of our eTeacher program and you wish to present in this eTeacher Pakistan webinar series, please approach us on the same email address, showing your interest and the topic that you would like to present on. Wish you happy teaching and happy learning.